This past weekend, Indy Star photojournalist Grace Hollers captured an image of IndyCar driver Romain Grosjean's scarred hand holding his second-place trophy at the GMR Grand Prix at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The image went viral on social media and many online readers are asking questions about the story behind it. Here is what you need to know about it. Grosjean, who is French-Swiss and lives in Switzerland, is a rookie IndyCar driver for Dale Coyne Racing. The 35-year-old Grosjean spent 10 seasons in Formula One racing for a variety of teams, and he has competed in numerous other circuits. He is married to Marion Jolis and they have two sons, Sasha and Simon, and a daughter, Camille. Grosjean was involved in a terrifying crash at the 2020 Bahrain Grand Prix on November 29, 2020. His car was literally cut into two pieces, with Grosjean stuck in the front half of the chassis for nearly 30 seconds while it was engulfed by a fireball. He suffered burns across his body, with the worst on his hands. Load error. The commentary from broadcasts is chilling. My God, it's torn the car in half. No wonder the fuel came out of it. The fact Romain Grosjean has survived that crash is not only miraculous but marvelous as well. That is just horrendous. Every time I see that, it looks more and more horrific. The front half of the chassis went underneath the Armco barrier and exploded into a fireball. It took several attempts to free Grosjean from the wreckage. The goal is to get a driver out of a wreck within 7 seconds. According to Palmer, it took nearly 30 to get Grosjean out, with the safety halo, a curved bar that protects the head, likely saving his life. The crash was a result of a slowdown in front of Grosjean, involving Lando Norris, Sebastian Vettel, Carlos Sainz, Kimi Raikkonen and Daniil Kvyat. That appeared to create an opening on the right side of the track and Grosjean went from the far left side to the far right, banging tires with Kvyat and sending Grosjean out of control. Palmer speculates that Kvyat was in Grosjean's blind spot. According to Palmer, it was a 53 grams impact at 140 miles an hour. The crash ended Grosjean's Formula One career, but he made the decision to continue racing despite initial pushback from his wife and children. It's been tough for my sons. They were watching live, and they understand racing much more than we would like and much more than we think. They understood something was big and wrong and not normal, and their first reaction was, "No daddy, you're not going back racing." But you have to explain to them, at 7 and 5, if I'm the dad I am and the dad they love as a person, it's because my life is filled with things I want. If I stop because you guys don't feel like I should go racing, and then I get depressed and bored, what's that going to be like? No one is going to be happy. Everyone told me burns are the worst injury, he said in February. Initially I thought, this isn't too bad, but that's because all your nerves are burned. Then, your hand comes back to life. Despite the scarring, Grosjean seems to be doing fine. On Friday, he won the pole for the GMR Grand Prix and Saturday he finished second in the race. It was his first pole since May 7, 2011, in GP2, now Formula 2, a streak of 3,660 races. He did not start on the pole over nearly 200 Formula One races and his best finish was 9th last season. Oval races bring more speed, approaching 230 miles per hour in qualifying for the Indy 500, more drivers and more risk. Grosjean was not comfortable with oval races after his accident on a road course. "I was literally about 10 seconds from death once in my life," he said. "I don't feel like I want to take that risk when I'm not in control of what could happen. I'm more concerned about going into the corner, and some guy crashing in front of you. What can you do then?" Grosjean is only doing the street and road course for Dale Coyne Racing.